Many stars in the game, got no time to play. I'm drip, hood is black to my name.
I already did my eyebrows off camera, so I'm just gonna use my signature foundation. I use the shade Toffee to prep my eyes. It's also okay if you want to use a concealer, but just make sure that it's a bit lighter than your actual skin tone. I use my beauty blender to, just put it in there. Next, I'm going to use my LA Girl Nude palette. Because we're going for a natural look, we're just going to use brown as our color for the eyeshadow. I also prefer to use this brush because it's better and it just makes the eyeshadow to be equally distributed in your eyelids. As you apply your eyeshadow, make sure that you also, become as light as possible, because remember, this is a natural look. We don't want to look too much, and also it's important to just, go on top of those rough edges just to make sure that everything is perfect. Next, I'm going to use like almost a flat brush. I'm going to apply white eyeshadow, or just apply any light eyeshadow, like your lightest in your palette. This is just to make your eye pop and just, to give it a very nice natural look. It's also important to just come again with your puffy brush just to make sure that you blend everything out. It's important to blend. Blending is life. Next, we're going to use eyeliner. I wouldn't really advise to use eyebrow pencil because it doesn't really get the job done and you have to literally go in there. But if you use it and it works for you, then yeah, it's okay. But I personally prefer to use a liquid eyeliner because it just makes sense. Just look at that. Next, I'm going to use a mascara. This is just to make sure that my real eyelashes are black before I apply my fake eyelashes. Prep my face, I'm going to use Maybelline Baby Skin. Just apply it a bit on my finger or however you want to apply it, but just make sure that it's not too much and make sure that it's not too little. That's why I prefer to use a finger. Next, I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me Foundation. This foundation really, it's the in thing in South Africa. But yeah, it's very cheap, it's very affordable. So if you are a beginner, I definitely recommend it. Next, I'm going to use this flat brush just to apply my foundation. But, just to make things easy, you can just put the foundation on the brush, then put it on your face. Then, do what I just did. But yeah, however you prefer it. Next, I'm going to use a very fluffy brush for foundation. Also, make sure that you wet it with your setting spray. You can use any setting spray that you have. Then after, I'm just gonna blend, baby. Blending is literally the key. Just make sure that you blend, especially your foundation, because you don't want to have a cakey look. You don't want to, so just make sure that you blend properly. So I'm going to also use my beauty blender just to also blend in again my foundation. I know that I used the brush, but the beauty blender just makes everything look more, flawless and gorgeous. It's important to also go down a bit on your neck just to make sure that your face matches a bit with your neck. Next, I'm going to use my concealer stick, but you can use any concealer that you have. Make sure that it's a bit lighter than your foundation. I'm going to use a different kind of brush this time, but you can also use a beauty blender. Make sure that you just blend the concealer out. Next, I'm going to use my LA Girl Pro Concealer to contour my face. I'm not going to put a lot because we're going for a natural look. I just don't want to make everything look so obvious, but I want to look flawless at the same time. Now we're going to blend. You can also use a beauty blender or a brush. It's absolutely up to you. When you blend, just make sure that you go a bit upper than your chin. Don't go down because it's just going to make your face look down. And I'm also going to go with my contour stick just to give it that warm look. To blend out my nose, I'm going to use a different brush. So make sure that you go for like a smaller brush for your nose or a smaller beauty blender, however you prefer it. Make sure that you blend, baby. Like, you don't want to look, like you're crazy. Also, I'm going to go in with my same brush that I was using for my concealer. Next, I'm going to use my Yardley Absolute Translucent Powder to make sure that my concealer is set. You're going to apply the powder wherever you applied your concealer. To lift my face a bit, I'm also going to apply the translucent powder under my cheekbones. As I wait for my face to set, I'm going to do my lips. I use this brown lip liner. So because we just want to make our lips a bit bigger, when you apply your lip liner, make sure that you apply it a bit on top of your actual lip line. Remember, we're creating our own lip line, so it has to be very thick and very visible. I'm going to go with a very light lipstick. I apply this just on top of the lip liner. I'm also going to use my finger to blend out the lipstick. Because I want a very visible lip liner, I'm just gonna, go in again with my lip liner. Next, I'm going to use a lighter lipstick just to, make my lips look gorgeous, because why not? More lipstick, more life. Do the same step again. It's important to blend out with your finger. Just have a look at that, gorgeous. Next, I'm going to use my fluffy brush to take out the translucent powder. For my blush, I'm going to use this darkish pink. It's okay if you don't have an actual blush, just make sure that you use your pink in your eyeshadow palette. Make sure that you blend it out because you don't want to make it seem obvious. Now for the glow, baby, I'm going to use this two that I was pointing out, but if you are dark skinned, you would obviously want to go for a very kind of dark one, just to make sure that everything looks perfect and gorgeous. And I'm just going to use like my finger to do my nose and on top of my nose and on my forehead. Now I'm going to blend out on my forehead. Next, we're going to go with our setting spray. Make sure that you spray at least 3 or 4 times. I already put my fake eyelashes off camera, so right now I'm just gonna make sure that my under eyelashes are black as well. And this is the final look. Absolutely love this look. I'm obsessed. Thank you so much for watching.